I need to declare interest. The bank consortium I work with, they have a Singapore listed they have a Singapore aircraft leasing company listed in Hong Kong. I want to state that this is a very good proposal if it could be implemented in Hong Kong. But if we are to implement aircraft leasing, I have a slightly different viewpoint. Aside from the tax regime, we need the relevant professionals. And I'm not saying that all 10,000 posts will be from overseas. We need banking, accounting, taxation, legal professionals. And in the previous part in the Secretary's speech in paragraph 15, he said that he would inject 100 million to train these professionals. But that takes time. It might take 2-3 years before they can reach that standard. So if we were to compete with mature centers such as Ireland and Singapore, well, it's inevitable that we need to import key personnel. And these key personnel will have to be recruited from our competitors. So when the government wishes to promote this industry, do we have measures to import key personnel? What measures do you have? For example, is there any time or tax benefit, or because these professionals, they will also consider whether they can relocate their families. Can their families work, live in Hong Kong? Do we have anything to make this a reality? Because tax is just one piece of the hardware. Another more important piece of the software is how can we attract these personnel to come to Hong Kong. Yes, I agree that personnel takes time to train. In the past 20-30 years, Hong Kong has been training different kinds of professionals. So if this aircraft leasing business is developed, it can create different professionals, tax, insurance, legal, and even aircraft engineering personnel. We are training these people, but once this policy is given the go-ahead, I think first of all, the aircraft leasing companies have the motivation and incentive. Our local universities would also have clear goals to provide human resources. Of course, the government is willing to follow up, and we will work with Invest Hong Kong. We need to identify aircraft leasing companies who relocate their business in Hong Kong. So in the coming decade or two, we envision 18% market share. This is, of course, will not be achieved in one day. It takes time. But we see that once the tax regime is implemented, it will be very attractive.